Swami, you've talked about some yogic practices, and you actually teach a yoga practice called Kriya. Now, I've been practicing yoga for a long time, and I do different types of styles, but I've never heard of Kriya. Can you talk a little bit more about what that practice is?
Yes, I'm happy to. So my teacher, Swami Shankarananda, taught Kriya Yoga to me and asked me to carry on teaching Kriya Yoga. And it's a meditation technique. And so it's a meditation technique that's very potent and also very accessible, and it can be integrated easily into daily life. So it's like 20 minutes of meditation in the morning, 20 minutes at night, and you learn it directly in one-to-one instruction. And so the teacher can help kind of like fine tune and integrate the practice for you. So it teaches you to work with the breath and with the energy architecture that comes built into each of us. And so it just helps you connect with self-awareness, self-healing, self-transformation in really direct and amazing ways.
Wow, I'm glad that I'm learning about this because this might be something that I'm being directed to learn more about because I guess when I think of yoga, I think more of movement and, you know, in correlation with the mind and the body and the spirit, but I didn't really know about this. This is really fascinating to me.
So for you, and for, I think, last time I looked at numbers, it might be that 20 or 30 million Americans practice yoga asana, and yoga asana are amazing. I also have a personal yoga asana practice. At the meditation community, Awake Yoga Meditation, we practice yogic meditation, and we share the teachings of yoga philosophy. And the traditional teachings of yoga philosophy present yoga asana as helping us prepare for the deeper practices of meditation. So like anyone who has a yoga asana practice, that would be calming and quieting the body and the mind, which then in turn helps us to be ready for a deeper encounter with our own inner energy architecture and our own self-transformation and self-healing. And so Kriya Yoga is one of those practices. It comes from India. And so in about the mid 1800s, a teacher named Lahiri was traveling in the mountains in the Himalayas, and he learned the practice from his teacher. And he said to his teacher, "Can I stay here with you in the mountains?" And his teacher said, "No, you get to go back to the
Oh,
to
darn
the
it.
family and the work and the marketplace." So Lahiri was married, and he had 5 kids, and he worked a government job for 26 years while he was teaching this practice.
Wow.
And he taught it to all qualified students, so to men, to women, to people of all castes, to Christians, to Muslims, to people from Hindu backgrounds. And so it's accessible, it's beautiful, it can be easily integrated into daily life. And then his student was Swami Sri Yukteswar, who taught a student called Swami Yogananda Paramahansa. Yogananda came to this country in 1920 and started sharing these teachings.
Yes.
And then in DC in 1928, there was a group of Yogananda students who said, "Please, can you help us start a community here?" So he asked one of his students from India to come over. That student he consecrated as Swami Premananda, and Swami Premananda consecrated Swami Shankarananda, who was my teacher. So my teacher
Wow.
established our community. We are Awake Yoga Meditation in 1976. And my teacher taught from 1976 until 2014. And then he appointed me his successor. So I've been teaching since 2014.
That is amazing. That is fascinating. And so, what are some of the benefits that you see from yourself and others from practicing Kriya?
So, I mean, I cannot even put it into words for myself. It's like the breath of light. It's like breathing sunshine. It's
Oh,
like
this sounds
just,
amazing.
yeah, no, I mean, it's just the yogis talk about the breath of the eternal. So my experience is that when you receive, so my teacher was what is called fully illumined. He was fully self-realized. There was absolute realization here. So he lived from moment to moment in that direct contact with reality, with light, with truth, with love. And by grace, that is here, that is fully established here. And so what people say, like anyone who likes walks into our meditations on Sunday, Friday, and Tuesday, in person or online. We're always on Zoom and YouTube if anyone wants to join us online. And there are people who just say, "I'm blown away by the light and by the joy." And there are people who cry, like they weep because they feel the energy of pure love. Practically speaking, for people who practice Kriya, People report, I feel so much calmer. I feel like my energy is so much more focused. I feel so much more creative. I feel so much more patient with my kids and my spouse and everyone I interact with. Um, it allows people, so also it helps you deal, like if you have had a background where you have experienced any pain in your background. So that's everything from like if you grew up and you experienced bullying, or if there was any kind of pain in the family, like unhealthy or unhelpful patterns in the family, those along the way get healed. So it's like a natural process. Like as you bring the light in, the light helps you from within see, oh, that can heal. And so that's why I described it as it's a really potent self-healing and self-awareness and self-transformation practice. So you're always becoming more you. And it helps you, like with whatever it is that you're doing, it helps you be more of your true you. So it just brings more of that light.
Wow, it's like it's shining light on those areas that need light shined on.
And it's also bliss. I mean, so I want to also
Sounds
just say that,
amazing.
so yeah, so I mean, if you can just imagine that, like breathing the energy of the sun up and down the spine.
Oh, I'm
And
going to be doing
so,
that this afternoon. I promise
yes,
you.
yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
perfect.
practice that.
Yeah. So it also, you receive, so when you receive Kriya from a being of light, what happens is you're receiving not just a technique, but you're receiving that energy. There's a big boost of spiritual energy that is shared, which is an amazing gift.